Kaguya-sama, love is war. Are we good to go? Most certainly are. So yes, I actually have a return to actually cover Volume 11 of Kaguya-sama, Love is War. As we know, Volume 10 actually ended on a really kind of, I guess, happy note, actually, to be honest. It was a really kind of helpful, like, hopeful moment. Where Kaguya actually gets the smartphone. I thought, you know what? This is adorable. I'm feeling the good feels. I'm feeling the good feels. Took a photo together as well. This is the good feels. This is the good vibes. So yeah, I mean, also on top of that is the fact that they announced when the anime is actually coming back, which I believe is April 11th, is actually the return of the anime. So I gathering if I was going to go out on a whim and say where they're going to cover up to, I would imagine it'd probably be up to this arc with the smartphone. It's a good way to actually end the whole entire series. So what probably will happen is we'll cover volume 11 and 12, which is the ones that are currently out in English. And actually possibly then wait until the anime comes out and then actually cover as time goes on. Possibly that's what maybe the actual what's the word? The actual plan will be, I think. We'll have to wait and see, I guess, and see what does in free happen. Depends really on what really happens during the run. I actually have no idea. I have no idea where it's going to come up to, but I was going to go out in a whim, probably would say it's up to this point. So it seems like the kind of most apt choice to actually end it on. It's a nice and cute way to end the whole entire series as well. So anyway, that's the one I need. And then I really need to save these things somewhere else. I say every single damn stream, I can forget it, dude. I have a really bad memory, like really bad memory. Borderline on, bro, why are you 23 years old and have a really terrible memory like this? Kind of memory. But I get by, don't worry. Anyway, I think with that, we're actually good to go. Aren't we, though? We certainly are. Let's refresh this page as well. And we actually can begin chapter 102, which is Kage doesn't realize. Sir, Miyuki Shirogane. Hi, have you gotten used to your phone yet? Kaguya has finally made her smartphone debut, which means she's made her line debut as well. A text from Shirogane? How should I reply? Miss Kaguya, you've been staring at your smartphone for almost 2 hours now. Isn't it about time you reply to him? There's no hurry. He doesn't know I've read his text. Huh? If I don't reply right away, all I need to say is sorry. Just read your text. Kaguya is still having trouble entering Japanese characters, so she hasn't sent a single text to anyone yet. Thus, Hayasaka concludes that Kaguya doesn't know about read notifications. Oh man, being left on red, boy. That is the ultimate. That is the ultimate. Just bruh, feeling the universe. I don't remember ever being left on red in my life, to be honest. Is that wait? Probably not. Read notifications. In line, the moment the text is open, it is in the user's chat screen. The word "read" is displayed on the sender screen. It is a convenient feature that lets you know whether your text has been sent or not. It's also a diabolical system that prevents you from using the excuse that you haven't read someone's text. Shirogane received her read notification 2 hours ago. She's read my text, but she hasn't sent a reply. He's panicking because he thinks Kaguya is ignoring him. Oh man, that's cute. That's really cute. It is a diabolical system in a way as well, because if you leave someone to read, it's just like you hit the ultimate bra. That's the problem. It's the ultimate bra. It's that bra moment you just can't say nothing besides bra to. It's the bra moment. It's the ultimate bra moment. If she replies, "I just read your text," Shirogane will immediately know she is lying. He might also figure out that he'll also figure out that she's been staring at his text on her smartphone all this time. Hayasaka doesn't know what to do. Should she tell Kaguya about read notifications or not? If Shirogane finds out Kaguya likes her, a great burden will be lifted from Hayasaka's shoulders. But she thinks she ought to tell Kaguya for fear of what Kaguya might do if she realizes Hayasaka hasn't told her about the read notifications feature. Miss Kaguya, when you use Line... Oh! I received another text from Shirogane. Something wrong? Are you having trouble using Line? Huh? Why is he so impatient? Kaguya doesn't realize what she has just done. An instant read notification. When you have someone's chat screen open on your phone, a read notification is instantly sent when you receive a text. It informs the sender that you were looking at their chat screen at that very moment. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. The problem is Line's not the only thing that actually does it. Twitter does it as well. I think Facebook does it as well, and so does iMessage on the iPhones. And WhatsApp. All of them do it, I think. Literally every single networking system that exists in the universe uses the read notification system. I think the only thing you can do on iPhone is you can turn it off, so it doesn't act like you actually seen a text, which is actually kind of a good feature sometimes. The two of them are actively chatting at the moment, so an instant read notification is like a declaration that she has been monitoring her chat screen, which means she's stalking me. I got instant read notification. That means she did read my text after all. Miss Kaguya, did you by any chance leave a chat screen with Shirogane open after you received his first 2 messages? I did. 3 instant read notifications in a row. Hayasaka goes pale. Shirogane is confused. Kaguya stretches. Shirogane realizes that Kaguya has kept her chat screen with him open for 2 hours. Now he is nervous. Shirogane knows Kaguya has been staring at their chat screen. Kaguya is the only one who doesn't realize he knows she has been staring at their chat screen. I think I ought to make him wait a little longer. Miss Kaguya, tell him you just read his text when you reply. I will. Hayasaka has decided not to explain the read notification feature to Kaguya. Oh, she could send me a text. My glasses are all fogged up because I'm eating ramen. Why did she have to text her now of all times? Hayasaka has a number of concerns. If Kaguya texts Fujiwara now, she will receive a read notification. Then Kaguya will realize Line has a read notification feature, so Hayasaka must stop Kaguya from replying to Fujiwara. If I reply to Chika now, our chat will go on forever. I'll text her later. Oh, I got a text from Ishigami and Ino. It's Pop Team Epic, isn't it? If I remember correctly. How should I reply to this message? Hi, this is Ishigami. She sounds like a complete different person in her text. This is Ino. You finally made your smartphone debut, Shilmia. Feel free to text me whenever you feel like it. Hey, why don't we exchange our mobile numbers too? Man, there's a whole lot of emojis actually. I've only just started using emojis as well. Like I never used to text with emojis. Never used to do it until you start using Twitter actually, like more often than not. It's like, I was always like, what are these things? What do they do? What is this I don't understand? And then I began to understand after a while. Ino was asking me for my mobile number. It's Kaguya. You should reply to texts in the order you receive them. Huh? Is that what you're supposed to do? Yep, that's the line etiquette. So you should first send a reply to Shirogane. Hayasaka is lying through her teeth. Alright, I'll text Shirogane first then. Yes, I'll do that. All done. I already got a read notification, but she's saying she just read my text. Why is she telling such an obvious lie? Oh, I get it. She doesn't know about the read notifications. Then I better keep this message marked as unread. Fake an unread message. The first few lines of every text are displayed in your notification history. As long as you only read those few lines without opening the text, and thus the chat screen, no read notification is sent. That's a good plan. It's a very good plan. My nose is actually really itchy. Holy shit. It's on my nose. Do I need to sneeze? Do I need to sneeze? Do I need to sneeze? I'm good. So Kaguya won't receive a re-notification and she'll assume Shirogane hasn't read her text yet. I see. So Shinomiya was staring at my chat screen all this time. For 2 whole hours. She wouldn't do that unless she likes me. He is correct. This is enough circumstantial evidence to force Kaguya to confess that she likes him. I love how she basically just put herself into a corner without realizing it. But it's not quite enough. If she claims that she had turned her sleep mode off and left her smartphone lying around somewhere with his chat screen open, the consecutive instant re-notification and "I just read your text" would make sense. Shirogane must first confirm that this wasn't the case, otherwise he won't have the leverage to pressure her to confess her feelings for him. I need some form of proof. However, he can't send a text without opening her chat screen. But if he opens her chat screen, Kaguya will receive his re-notification. He is caught in a dilemma. He could email her instead, but then she might get suspicious. The solution is to send a text to our group chat. Dad, I'm hungry. He made the right choice. He can't open his chat screen with Kaguya, but if he messages her in the student council group chat, she won't receive his re-notification. Shinomiya, have you turned on some weird settings, like one that keeps your screen on even when you're not using your smartphone? I haven't changed any of my phone settings. Oh, read. Oh, I received another text from Ino. Don't leave me on read. What does leave me on read mean? She knows the struggle. She gets it. She knows the struggle is real. Huh? Oh, Shirogane calling. You better answer. Wait, what does read mean? Just answer him. Hey. Hi, Shinomiya. How you doing? I thought I should explain something to you, since this is your first time using Line. Do you know what a re-notification is? Line sends a re-notification to the sender when you open their text in your app, so I can tell when you read my text. I sent you 3 texts, and I received the re-notifications the moment after I sent them. What do you think that means? Texts aren't marked as read unless you have your chat screen open, and all of my texts were read in the flash. Which means you had your chat screen with me open this whole time. I take a silence as a yes. So tell me, Shinomiya, do you? You got it all wrong. Huh? Is that you, Hasuki? Yeah. The Shinomiya family staff uses personal computer technology to censor all text sent from Miss Kaguya. That's why you receive re-notifications directly after you sent your text. What? They really do that? Well, upper class families do so as a matter of course. All of them? Miss Kaguya would never gaze at her smartphone for 2 hours straight. I guess not. Kaguya's off the hook. However, so her family staff are going to read all my messages? Now Shirogane feels awkward texting Kaguya. They're basically fixing an issue while creating another issue at the exact same time. Does she hate me? Today's battle result, Fujiwara and Ishigami lose. He hasn't replied yet. He explained at great length that Discord is as good as Line, and this was the look on his face when Kaguya didn't understand and looked puzzled. Oh god. I love this manga so much. It understands the struggles of everyone, literally. It's so good. It understands us on a personal level. It understands the struggle of being left on red. Bro, don't be left on red. That's just cue for just you don't get the bra, you get the bre, which is the little bit before the bra. Actually, it'd be bro, not bre. I can't even spell. It just be brew. You don't get the bra, you get the brew, which is kind of like, it's too much for a bra, but you just don't feel like you want to say bra because it hurts you so much. You get brew instead. And there you go. That is the explanation of the day. So why does Ino hate you so much anyway? Mikishiro Gane wants to mediate. About 103. Because I broke a lot of school rules. Ino is on the school disciplinary committee, so she hates students like me. Is that all? I don't think that's the only reason she hates you. Are you sure you didn't do something to make her mad? I haven't done anything. The fact is, Ino puts herself in jeopardy a lot. I put a lot of effort into secretly helping her out behind the scenes. Uh-huh. But she's always lecturing me about something. I wish she'd show some gratitude. But she doesn't know you're helping her out, because you keep it a secret. I don't want to pressure her into showing her appreciation. I act without hope or reward. That's why I don't tell her what I'm doing for her. Your logic is totally warped. Meanwhile, it's been a while since you joined the student council. How are things going? Yes, it has. They're going well now. I was slightly misled at the beginning. Slightly misled? To be honest, sometimes I get annoyed because they goof off whenever they can. You do love to crack down on people for that, but I always end up forgiving them because they're all so nice to me. You're awfully forgiving towards anyone who shows you a modicum of kindness. Fujiwara is especially nice. It turns out that Shomi and Shirogane aren't evil, but Ishigami, he's a hopeless case. Why do you hate him so much? Because you know how much effort I've expended on his behalf. I always stuck up for him whenever the disciplinary committee president was ready to write him off. I toned down his offences in our daily disciplinary reports, so they didn't sound too serious. I spoke with his teacher numerous times while Ishigami was suspended from school. I've helped him out so much, but you know what he said the other day? You should pay more attention to your surroundings. How dare he lecture me? His superior attitude annoys me so much. What does he think? Well, who does he think he is? That's exactly what you do all the time. Why don't you tell Ishigami about all the things you've done for him? I love how basically they're the exact same character, they just don't realise. I'm sure he'd be grateful. I would never do that. Good deeds are their own reward. You can only truly do good in the world when you act without the expectation of anything in return. Just like when whoever it was gave me this Sutera. Junior high was the worst time of my life. Everyone shunned me. So that's your conclusion. Also, I've heard that story at least 11 times. And then, the two of them run into each other. Ugh. So, why did you say, ugh? I wish they'd get along. And this is the day their guardian angels met for the first time. And so, that's why I want you two to get along better. Huh? Ishigami, you're our treasurer. You're our auditor. If you don't get along, your work will suffer. Well, that's true. If I just can't get along with him, I can't even stand up to look at him. You're acting like an ogre. How could I ever get along with someone like that? We came prepared. I present the Ishigami Ino friendship plan. Friendship plan? We're giving you a series of missions to complete together. This will work like magic. You'll be friends before you know it. This isn't going to work at all. What are you expecting us to do? Here's your first mission. Mission 1. You'll realise how wonderful the other person is if you make it a practice to routinely give each other compliments. What? No way! I absolutely refuse. There must be some other way. How can you be so stupid? Do you honestly believe people can become friends by exchanging empty compliments? This is ridiculous. Even Chika Fujiwara wouldn't come up with such a stupid plan. You don't understand what makes people tick. This idea stinks. Hey, don't criticize our plan. Look how hurt Shirogane is. What? Shirogane dreamed this up? How can you be so harsh? I only wanted to help you two get along. I worked so hard to come up with these missions. Actually, this is a great plan. It's very educational. And we have to go along with it. I guess we have no choice. Has many positive traits. She's serious, smart, and also brutally honest. That she is. Ishigami, you followed the instructions to the letter. This actually might work after all. Your turn, Fine. I'll give him honest compliments. Ishigami positive traits are... Oh no! I can't think of any! What? Hey! Will you take this seriously? Look how depressed Shirogane looks! I am taking this seriously. It's not my fault I can't come up with anything. You have no observational skills, you dork! Don't blame me! It's your own fault for having no redeeming characteristics! Now they hate each other more, even more than before. The real plan starts now. Mission 2, ear cleaning. Ear cleaning is similar to what apes do when they groom each other. So doing this should stop Ino. Should Ino stop glaring at me. Who will be the first ear cleaner? I would never allow you to put your head on my lap. Then I'll clean your ears. I would never put my head on your lap either. Then what do you want me to do? We'll do it this way. Keep your face down. I don't want your spit landing on me. Then how about this? I wasn't expecting this. Next. Don't brandish your forks like weapons. Spoon for each other. We attack each other. We attacked each other once. Carry her like a princess. Pocky game. I've run out of ideas. I'm pretty damn sure this is basically just them trying to get them together at this point. Not become friends. It's like becoming like boyfriend and girlfriend. Do friends do the whole Pocky thing as well? I don't know. All right, I'm so out of the loop with these things. Essentially, like a 50-year-old at this point when it comes to like internet culture and culture in general. I should have asked Fujiwara to come up with a plan. This falls outside my area of expertise. How can I make you guys get along? Sheesh. You two are a perfect match. Huh? How so? Because you both act mean. Because you like each other. Oh! Typical teenage behavior. The reason you keep insisting you hate each other is because you're too embarrassed to admit you actually like each other. There, Shirogane. I do kind of like Ishigami. Yeah, I like her too. I do. Huh? You're finally friends for real? Amazing. What did you do? Well, I had a lot of experience dealing with her. 10 years experience dealing with Miko Ino. Today's battle result. Osaragi wins. Osaragi is drawing in her sketchbook. Wow, you're a good artist. Would you prefer something more hardcore? Hardcore? Bat 104. Kaguya-sama's impossible demand. A crowry a swallow gave birth to. Part 1. Thank you. Die, death ray. What on earth is a die, death ray? When this laser beam hits them, couples break up. So it's not lethal, that's a relief. You shouldn't be so jealous of other people's happiness. I'm not jealous. High school students should focus on academics. We have no time to waste on love. How could you say that while you're playing video games? Does this mean you won't date anyone because you want to focus on your studies? Of course. I don't need a girlfriend anyway. So you too cool for that, are you? Hello. I bought our exhibit application for the cultural festival. Tsubame? Hi, you. What are you doing here? I came to submit this. We want to do a performance that combines rhythmic gymnastics and theatre. We're all practicing really hard, so I hope you give us a good time slot. I'm taking advantage of my connection with you. Huh? See you later, you and Kaguya. I see what's going on. What are you talking about? Whatever you're thinking, you're wrong. You like her, don't you? No way. I was just surprised because she dropped by out of the blue. I knew you'd get it wrong. Is that so? I'm sorry I misunderstood. Good, I'm glad we've cleaned it up. I heard a lot of the boys are in love with her. I just assumed you were one of them. Oh, is that so? I'm glad to hear you're not one of them, because I'd worry about you foolishly falling for a popular girl. Since she's so popular, she's bound to have a boyfriend already. She must be going out with some handsome boy who treats her like a queen. Die, death ray. Die, death ray. Hey, what are you doing? That's creepy. Cease doing that at once. Damn it! Let me die! Your die, death rays only make couples break up. You won't die no matter how many times you shoot yourself. I knew it. You wouldn't react like this if you didn't like her. Tell me more about Kaguya-sama. What is it you like about her? Girls sure like to talk about romance. Girls sure do like to talk about romance, don't they? Well, Kaguya-sama took care of me when I joined the cheerleading squad. At first I thought she was forcing herself to talk to me, so everyone in the group would get along. But she wasn't pretending to be nice. She really is like that. When I realized she's nice to everyone, I thought, "Oh, you're so cute, Ishigami." You're right. I don't have a chance in hell. She's way out of my league. I'm worthless. She'll never view me as a love interest. But that's okay. I'm resigned to it. I know I've lost before I even begun. Ishigami has no self-confidence because he has experienced very few successes in his short life. He's suffered one failure after another. I know I just fell again. This is the thought that's always in the back of his mind. And how about this? Ishigami, I hereby authorize you to use any means necessary to make Tsubame Koyasu yours. No way, impossible. There's no way I can accomplish that. If you try, there's always a chance you might succeed. If you don't even try because you're afraid of getting hurt, you're a coward. I know what you're thinking. What if she rejects me? What if it ruins our friendship? I understand why you'd feel that way. But if you don't confess your love, you're just going to mope around forever. These are the most authentic words Kaguya's ever spoken all year. Be brave. Be brave. Well, I do have a plan for a love confession with a high probability of reciprocation. Reciprocation. A love confession with a high probability of reciprocation. I see. Why don't you run it by me? Okay. I know an ordinary confession of love wouldn't work, but what if it's a super romantic confession? Super romantic? How about if I leave flowers on Tsubame's desk every day for a week? Agapanthus on Monday, strawberry on Tuesday, Chinese penny on Wednesday, Easter lily on Thursday, lupine on Friday. Each day I'll arrange them in the shape of a letter to spell out I love you. What do you think? That's super creepy. Someone placing flowers on her desk every day. If she doesn't like you, it will seem really weird. Why make it a riddle anyway? What if she doesn't figure it out? I'm amazed at how you always manage to come up with such creepy ideas. I told you, I'm doing my best to throw a curveball, because an ordinary love confession won't work. Your ball is outside of the strike zone. Then how about this toned down version? I've heard that girls get all mushy if you show them your old photos. Yes, that's a possible outcome. So I'll give Tsubame an album full of my baby pictures, and now you're acting like a villain in a horror film. I've put a message on the last page that says, I dream of filling my future photo albums with selfies of the two of us. That's creepy too. What do you think? I said that's creepy. I can't believe you considered that a toned down version. Having someone you might not like give you a photo album is terrifying enough, but your message makes it even worse. But I'm doing my best to throw a curveball. Your ball is going to hit her in the head. Now I get it. Your weakness is that you were born creepy. Poor kid. When someone actually weird does weird things, they go completely off the rails. That's pretty harsh. Listen to me. The reason your ideas are so creepy is that you're trying to be too unique. I think you should simply set your sights on becoming a good man whom everyone will take notice of. A good man? That's kind of abstract. What's the definition of a good man? Someone who doesn't say what you just said. What's your your ideal man like? I have numerous requirements. He must be intelligent and get good grades. He must be kind to others. You mean someone like Shirogane? Yes, sort of. I wasn't talking about Shirogane. I just meant it in the abstract way. Oh, I get it. Women are attracted to strength, muscles, wealth, communication skills, and of course brains, top of his grade. If I'm confident a man could protect me and our children, I begin to take romantic interest in him. But that's not how I'm feeling now. I just mean it in an abstract way. I get it. In any case, first you need good grades. Aim for the top 50. In the next set of final exams, then your name will be posted. Everyone will view you in a new light, including Tsubame Koyasu. And you'll gain more self-confidence. Thus, Kaguya's intensive academic tutoring begins. Poor kid. To be continued in the second term test of the Truth and Lies episode. My saved game data is gone. Oh man. But at 105, Yushigami wants to prove himself worthy. Student council will break for recess during final exams. Second term finals. Oh, we've never done that before. At Shinchin Academy, final exams are held 5 times a year. This is a fourth exam of the year. How will things go this time? It's actually quite interesting how different, if it actually is like that, how school tests are different. Because essentially, brief tangent, over here we don't actually have like exams until like, well, I'd probably deem 4th year of high school. Essentially, we have 4 schools, technically speaking. We have primary, secondary, college, and then we have university as well. But we actually have A-level as well, technically it's a different one. But yeah, essentially, at the end of primary school, you can take a test to get into a grammar school, which is the top schools 9 out of 10 times over here in England. If you get into that, then if you get good grades, you get into there. If you don't, you go to a public school, basically, which 9 out of 10 times isn't as bad, isn't actually that bad. And then after that point, you go on normally for like maybe 3 years until you get to about year 9, which is 3rd year of high school. And there you then take certain lessons, while also having compulsory lessons on top of that. At the end of that year, you take a set of exams, which actually give you a kind of basis for the second year's exams. Which then in the 4th year, you take the actual exam, which is the kind of it's the big one. It's called GCSE basically. It's the big one. So at the end of that one, if you get good grades, you actually can go to college, or you carry on school, which actually then you do an extra kind of on top 2 years of exams. Those 2 years of exams are the ones that are most important. And when someone tells you GCSEs are actually the most important exams, it's kind of true, but actually the most important ones are the ones after that point. Those ones define if you actually can get to university or not. So in those ones, you have 2 exams. You have is it A? What's it called? There's an A level, and also there's an O. Is it O level or is it O level? No, O level's old. It's been so long. It's 2 exams you do. One in the 1st year, one in the 2nd year. And those exams are the lessons you do. Basically, you choose them at the end, which is in the beginning, and that's actually what you do afterwards. So at the end of the 2nd year, At the end of the second year, your results from the first year of what you did in the second set of exams is like, it's actually really hard to explain. Okay, so let me just break that down slightly. So in the fifth year of high school, which is the technically second half of high school, really, you do a bunch of lessons. You take a set of exams, which actually counts as, I believe, somewhat of your grade, depending on the lesson itself. And in the second year of that, which is actually the sixth year, that's when you take the actual real exam. That's when that's the one that will define whether or not you get to uni or not. If you flunk those ones completely, boy, essentially, that's what happens. And that, in a nutshell, is how England's educational system works. Like, in a very brief, there's about 10 billion more things to it, but that's the very brief. That's what I did, basically. I think I passed pretty much everything besides art and ICT. Didn't pass ICT because ICT was a bunch of bull. So, and art, I wasn't really paying attention because I wanted to do photography instead. So that's what happened there. But anyway, I didn't find anything else. And that is your lesson of the day when it comes to England's differences. It's a bit weird, but it's changed now, I think. It's actually changed a lot since I was there, because now they actually do, like, there's certain lessons you don't actually have exams for anymore. There's actually other ones you do. It's really confusing. That's why I was so glad I left when I did, because it was streamlined. It was good. It was hard. It was good, though. Anyway, how things go this time. I don't mind studying in the council chambers myself. And for other members, I think it's best we all take a break from our council duties. Shirogane, you always have our best interest at heart. Of course I do. All a lie. Shirogane is only thinking of himself. Shirogane wants to be number one again. He has no compassion for the others. Miyuki is merely going on Miyuki's merely going the offensive in order to crush the competition. The problem is that whenever Shirogane tries to study in the student council chamber lately, he can't help getting distracted by Kaguya. He's distracted at this very moment. Whenever Kaguya moves, he looks at her. Every move Shiromiya makes is so elegant. That's what he's really thinking, and that's what makes it impossible for him to study here. Shirogane has become even more conscious of Kaguya than before, after the recent events and incidents that have transpired. Is something wrong, Shirogane? Huh? No. If Miyuki has any hope of concentrating on his studies, he has to work at home. I agree. This exam is very important for us second years. It will help determine what we do after we graduate. The library is packed with students during exam time. We'll be able to concentrate better if we study in the quiet of our homes. All a lie. Kaguya hasn't been able to concentrate at all at home. Kaguya recently bought a smartphone. Now she can easily communicate with Shirogane and the other student council members from anywhere. She keeps her smartphone closed even while studying, so of course, she ends up constantly looking at her smartphone. In the mindset of studying, she finds herself staring at her phone. She's distracted because she's always wondering when she'll receive her next text. The moment she receives a text, her brain switches from study mode to reply mode. A lot of students get anxious before exams because of the pressure, but I don't need a break from my council duties to prepare for them. Still, I guess I'll take a break if everyone else wants to. All a lie. Ino is screaming with relief. She too is under intense pressure to maintain her status as number one. Everyone resents her for being at the top of her grade without breaking a sweat. But of course, reality is quite different. Mika's entire self-worth depends on her status as a top student in her grade. In her mind, it's being number one that gives her the authority to exonerate and lecture others. I should also mention, I didn't mention this beforehand, we don't have a ranking system, essentially. It's not one top 50, essentially. We don't display those things at the end of the year because it's something to do with anonymity or something. We all tell each other our grades anyway, but there's never a sense of like, that's who did the best, that's who did the worst, basically. Unless it's actually a lesson that actually needs it. Essentially, it's really confusing. But what we have a slip at the end of the year. It tells us our grades. And that's about it. And that's all you see. And that's basically the whole entire system. We have a results day like at the end of, I think, if I remember correctly, you do the exams, tangent again, but you do the exams at like about May-ish to June. Do those, and then you break off that point. You go off on holiday because you don't need to do anything after that point. You come back in August, and August is when you actually get results. We have a results day, I believe, on the 14th of August. Like last time, I think that's actually when they happen. And that's actually when you get results. That's when you find out if you fell or actually succeeded. If you failed, it's a bit confusing off that point. A lot of it has actually been lax since I was there, because when you failed when I was there, you were screwed. But nowadays, it's sort of like you have a lot more safety nets. So if say you failed English, but you have some of the things in English you did, it might actually save you basically. But when I was there, that actually existed, but not actually to the degree that is actually kind of like, it saved me a few times, but I didn't really fail, but it saved me a few times all extra on top. But yeah, it sort of became a bit more apparent after my year left. I think the whole safety net thing. I think it's called coursework or something. But yeah, anyway. Sorry, in English school system's actually quite interesting, especially since I left, because it's all changed. And say you're screwed, not really that screwed, because you can go somewhere else, learn some more things, come back and actually still get to university, is what I did, technically speaking. I didn't go to uni straight away. I went somewhere else, studied some more things, and actually then went to uni. That's what I did it. So you don't technically, they tell you're screwed, but you're not really. It's confusing. If she is no longer the highest ranking student academically, the other students might not listen to her anymore. It is that fear that drives her. She cannot permit anyone in her grade to outrank her. Having even one extra minute to study will greatly benefit her. Yeah, I have to study hard for these exams too. My dad told me he'll cut off my allowance if my academic rankings drop again. But there are so many things I want to buy. If Daddy starts giving me my allowance, it's all over for me. All a lie. The chica receives an additional allowance from her grandfather. He dotes on her granddaughter, and his granddaughter likes to have more spending money. Their interests are completely aligned. Chica's mother has told her father not to spoil Chica. Thus, this slush fund remains a tightly kept secret. Don't tell your mum. Of course not. And so everyone has an ulterior motive. Hey, where's Ishigami today? I don't know. Perhaps he's studying at home. He must be gaming. No way. The day of the final exams arrives. Don't fail your exams. As a member of the student council, you must set a good example to others. Don't worry. I studied for this. Liar. Not a lie. Ishigami is aiming to score high. Ishigami has never studied for his exams before. He's always slacked off. What has made him study so hard this time? I need a break. Is it thanks to Kaguya-sama's merciless whippings? Or is it due to his love for Tsubame Koyasu? No, the reason is something else. You can do it. The way she looks at him prevents him from skipping out on studying to have fun. No one's ever expected something of me. So I don't want to let her down. I already knew when I graded my own test. Your name isn't on the list. Your name is on the list. I already knew when I graded my own tests. If we calculate your rank based on the average score, you probably came in at about 150. It's far from the top 50 you were aiming for, but your rank went up by about 20. Great job. At least your rank didn't drop. Yeah. Are you disappointed? No. This is what I expected. It was the best I could do. Is that so? I need to go to the restroom. All a lie. Ishigami is so disappointed that tears of blood are about to spill from his eyes. I did my best. I really did want to score in the top 50. I did everything I could, but my scores were still way below average. Shome did everything she could for me too, and this was the best I could do. I haven't mastered the basics properly. I thought I could pull this off if I tried. Maybe I could have studied more. But do you really mean what you just said? Shonmya? This is the boys' restroom. I don't care. Ishigami, I'll ask you again. Are you truly satisfied with your scores? Of course not. Why are you trying to force the truth out of me? I was hoping I could get a good grade if I did my best, even if I haven't been able to keep up with my classwork. But I couldn't. Now I know what I need to do in the future, though. So I'll make it next time. I will rank in the top 50 in the next round of exams. Good. You're committed now. I won't go easy on you anymore. What? You've been going easy on me? But Shonmya, won't your grades suffer if you spend too much time tutoring me? They won't. How can you even think that? Whoa. Sorry, of course not. You still came in number 2 after Shirogane, just like last time. That's because I wasted so much time tutoring you. What? I was so close this time, so close. I would have ranked number 1 if I hadn't tutored you. But you just told me your grades wouldn't suffer. Can you tell I was lying? It was a lie. And so the test of frustration and lies ends, and the time to begin studying hard for the next round of exams begins. Today's round results: Shirogane Ino win. So Miko Ino actually ranks in first year. Second year was Shirogane. Kashiwagi's boyfriend. He's actually just called Kashiwagi's boyfriend. God damn, Haisaka actually was 114th. I think we're gonna leave it there for today. Actually, I think we'll probably leave it there for today. Maybe in a little while I'll carry on and a quick break and actually kind of sit down for a tad and actually come back after a little bit. I think it's actually probably what I'd do. So yeah, I mean, we'll I don't know how to actually do this. Let's actually carry on. Let's carry on. So what are you playing the dinner for? What dinner? Remember your father said he was inviting Kei and me, and also Shirogane, to dinner? Oh yeah, now I remember. About 106, Chika Fujiwara wants to stay over. If funds are over, I can do as I please this weekend. I could even stay over at your place. A sleepover? Sure, let's do it. A sleepover. During a sleepover, close friends stay out to the wee hours talking in one of their bedrooms. Sleepovers are special occasions that feel like little getaways. People feel more comfortable opening up to each other that late at night. If Kei and I end up staying over, we have a room ready for Miyuki too. Are you sure that won't be an inconvenience? We can watch movies in Chika's home theater. We'll put on pajamas after our bath, play games, and chat until we get sleepy. And just when we're about to doze off. How about today? Let's do it today. You want to sleep over today? So, how do we end up here? I haven't been to your place in forever. What is Chika's place? Chika's place reminds me of the mansions you find in like, it reminds me of the mansion that's in Radaku's Noha. I don't know why. It has that kind of feel towards it. Also, very abstract comparison to actually make. It's like, yeah, by the way, it reminds me of that one building from Radaku's Noha. I should mention the first game, not the second one. The first game. My dad's on a business trip in Osaka, so we can have dinner at my place after he comes back. Let's have a sleepover at your place. I suggested a sleepover. I suggested today. I can't make her go home now. Chika had slept over before. I don't mind her staying the night, except for one big problem. Oh, Hasuki. It's been a while, Miss Chika. Your butler is as handsome as ever. I'm so jealous, Kaguya. We have maids, but we don't have a butler. This is the Hasuki who deals with Chika. No one at school knows that Hayasaka works for the Shonmya family, but Hayasaka and Fujiwara know each other actually know each other and talk a lot at school. Therefore, whenever Chika is invited to the Shonmya residence, Hayasaka meticulously cross-dresses as a butler. Hasuki, you're about our age, aren't you? Don't you go to high school? No need. I skipped grades and already graduated from Harvard. Wow. Hey, are you crazy? Don't just say the first thing that pops into your head. I didn't. When I cross-dress, I'm a genius who skipped a lot of grades. I'm also a crybaby who works as a butler for kicks. Your character's backstory is too complex. Plus, I'm an orphan. That's a really precise backstory. When you're telling a big lie, you shouldn't tell any other ones. So stop telling weird lies if you insist, Miss Kaguya. There's a high step here. May I offer you a hand? You two are always together when you're home. Does your heart ever skip a beat when you're with each other? Yes, of course. Really? Yes, very often. Hey, what are you saying? Miss Kaguya, you told me not to lie. The truth is, your words and actions always make me feel so nervous I feel as if I'm having a heart attack. I'm sorry. But Chika took what you said the wrong way. Would you please clear things up with her, as you wish? The young lady and her butler have been in a relationship. Miss Chika, I only have romantic feelings for men. So my relationship with Miss Kaguya is not what you think. What? You like men? You complicated things even more. I told her the truth. You told me not to lie. All right. You made lies necessary. The evening passes without further incident. And then it's pajama party time. And that's why I feel like some things up with the guys. Is that so? I think both of them are in love. That's a surprise. I tried to sleuth out the truth by playing the 10 yen coin game, but ended up before I got any answers. I think Ishigami is in love with third year Tsubame, but I can't figure out who Shirogane is in love with. Kaguya is not actually drinking. Kaguya needs a lot of sleep. She usually goes to bed at 11 p.m. Tonight she's stuck listening to Chika's endless chatter, and it's now past midnight. Kaguya's very sleepy. She's exhausted from taking her final exams, and she's half in a dream state. Why don't we call Shirogane? Sure, what the hey? Half of her brain's already asleep, so Kaguya is unable to think clearly. There is no one to stop Chika who is a bundle of energy at this hour. Huh? A video call from Fujiwara? Why would she call me so late? Hi, good evening. Good evening, Shirogane. Fujiwara and Shomiya? Why are you so hyper? I'm staying over at Kaguya's place. Yeah. What the heck? It's so late. Is everything okay? Quiet. Keep it down. The walls are thin, remember? Huh? Kaguya and Chika? Oh, hello, Kay. Is this a video call? I didn't want them to see how messy your room is. So what's up? We've got a question for you. A question? Shirogane, are you in love with someone? What? No. What? I'm not in love with anyone. You're lying. I can smell the love sickness in the student council chambers. You can't fool my sense of smell. You're probably picking up from Ishigami or Ino. I think you're right. Miku's in love. Kay? Miku always has his smartphone on him now, and he smiles when he's texting. He's totally in love. So I was right. Enough already. Enough! I haven't been able to concentrate on my studies because you're so nervous all the time. Just tell me who you're in love with already. Why is it always about you? Good job, Kay. Shirogane, it's time to come clean. I'm not in love with anyone. And I'm going to tell her the truth. Huh? I know who you're in love with. You two just started exchanging line messages recently. Huh? Who is it? It's someone named Hasuki. Oh no. Miku's in love with someone named Hasuki. Misunderstandings continue. I need to go to the restroom. Shirogane, is that true? No, we just text about what we're doing and stuff. Like about the books I'm reading and how the exams went. It's not what you think. You never send text like that. You never send me text like that. That's because I'm so mad at you right now. But I'll forgive you if you tell me who you're really in love with. What? No, Then will you tell me if I tell you? Huh? I'm in love with... Huh? Hello? Who is it? Hello? Hasuki? This Kaguya has fallen asleep. I'll text you later, Miyuki. What? This is Hasuki? But she's so pretty. You're aiming high. No, she's just a friend. Thus, the big sleepover result is a huge misunderstanding. So Shirogane is in love with Hazuki, huh? I didn't know he was gay. Today's battle result, Kaguya wins. Shirogane. Right. Comodek's gone dead. Oh, man. Right, so Miss Hazuki, a well-bred daughter who lives in Yamate, Naka Ward, Yokohama City. Her backstory: born at her all-girls high school, she pretends to be the type of girl who lives in the extravagantly expensive Minato Ward of Tokyo, dressing in suggestive outfits and frequenting roppongi and azabu hunting for men. Her exploits have been successful. Currently, she wants her relationship with a man she just met to get serious. Hayasaka school camouflage popular girl mode. A lively girl who loves fashion and breaking school rules. Her backstory: she works part-time to buy clothes and accessories. She's so busy she doesn't have time for fun with friends. She's never dated anyone. Mr. Hazuki. His backstory: he's a descendant of an Irish family that emigrated during the potato famine and ended up in the Middle East. His parents died in a military conflict. He wound up in an orphanage, but nevertheless excelled academically and graduated from Harvard in less than 4 years. He was scouted by the top brass of business conglomerate while visiting Japan, his grandfather's homeland. He currently works as a butler, mostly for a lark. He's melancholy and dissolves into tears whenever he recalls his tragic past. Hayasaka, show me her family mode. Her backstory: she is a level-headed maid who performs all her duties impeccably. She sometimes rebels against her mistress' self-centeredness. She talks back to her mistress and also showers her with love and affection. The two are more like sisters and mistress and servant. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. I'll probably finish it off tomorrow. Actually, I'll probably do Kimetsu and this tomorrow. Actually, to be honest, actually, I've both of them caught up. I guess. Well, no, actually, I've got to read volume 12. Technically, almost caught up. So, yeah, it's very. I think the star of this whole entire manga now at this point is actually Ishigami. Ishigami's become my favorite character for the whole entire manga because he actually is very. He's a very interesting character because he has a wall. He has a wall that you kind of have to break down, and I like how the manga's actually breaking it down as time goes on. It's not very instant. It's more like you're slowly seeing things unravel in his kind of character that it kind of makes you go, oh, that's why. I like that about him because he's a character actually has a lot more going on than what we know. His character actually just wants it good for everyone, but it actually has a way about going about it. It's very kind of different. The same thing applies, I guess, in his romance as well. He has a very kind of abstract way about going about things. It's a very abstract way about going about things that kind of doesn't really lead to everyone else finding him creepy. But we know more about him now than we did beforehand, and actually now he's a bit more. He's very interesting because of it. He's a kind of sweet guy. He's a very sweet person that just kind of thinks that life actually kind of hasn't been too pleasant to him for a certain amount of reasons. Some of which he actually has to acknowledge himself and actually kind of grow past it. But we've seen him grow, and I actually kind of appreciate about him. We've seen him kind of prosper, even though it kind of feels like he's hit a roadblock at this very one point. You know, this isn't the end for Ishigami's character. He's going to grow even bigger than beforehand. Actually, probably even get to top 50. And I actually kind of like that about him. That he isn't ever going to give up. He's always going to continue. Actually, kind of conquer, and I actually kind of like about him more than anyone else in this manga as well, because he's so well developed as a character because you didn't know anything about him, but when you actually unravel his character, you become so much more interested in him. You kind of like, yeah, all right, Ishigami, I like that about you. You're kind of cool. And yeah, I like how it actually has shifted the power dynamic in the show, because beforehand, the power dynamic in the show has always been Kaguya and Shirogane. There's always been the two characters that you always have in theory said, well, those two are the main characters. But as time goes on, they say actually kind of grounded the actual kind of power dynamic between the characters to the point that there's actually no main character, theoretically speaking. All of the characters in shouldn't cancel technically the main characters now at this very one point. I actually kind of like that, because all of them get their own time to shine. All of them actually kind of have those moments that actually do in theory change up perception on their characters, especially Hayasaka's character as well. Hayasaka's character, we don't know anything about her, technically speaking, because, again, she has a persona for every single moment she's actually in. So, frantically speaking, anything we might actually know about her isn't true, or is actually possibly half of what's actually kind of going on here. I like that about her as well, because she's mysterious. She's actually basically a butler or a maid, because the butler and maid characters in manga and anime or anything else tend to be very mysterious. And actually, I kind of like about this manga, actually kind of how playing that trope in a very kind of interesting way, because it actually is a kind of like a story that she actually doesn't really tell to everyone that actually doesn't really come into contact with her. So I like that. And yeah, I like how Shomi actually has that as well, because she again is very interesting. She's not typical to actually what this manga actually doesn't really want her to be, in a way, like how the genre wants her to be. She's very against the actual kind of norm. And I actually kind of like that about her as well. She's very interesting because she goes against a lot of the characteristics you find in these kind of manga. And I actually kind of like that. And actually, I like that she's now kind of gone into the age of smartphones. And actually, because of it, she's not very knowledgeable in every single thing. It actually kind of creates those moments that actually are very kind of funny, because she doesn't really know much about it. So yeah, I mean, really, all in all, this whole entire arc's actually done a lot to actually prove these characters actually are, once again, really damn good. So I actually can't wait to see what volume 11 and 12 actually do for give us. So yeah, that is me done for today. So if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch, then do leave a follow on Twitch, because indeed it's not quite a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, leave a like on YouTube, because indeed it's not quite a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube, which was a bit long for the whole entire point and doing free, follow me on Twitter or join my Discord as well. Both will tell you when these streams are live, and any streams I do as well. Also leave a sub on YouTube as well. I've actually said that one before as well, because that does help me quite a lot. But until next time, some more Kaguya-sama Lovers War. See you guys later. Bye for now.